Hey, Carl. Oh, it's going. Alright. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our Phoenix Wright streams here. And I think by everyone, I mean Carl and maybe a few bots. So that's good. Alright. It's been a while, though, so this is going to be interesting, trying to remember where we were at. Also, I need to turn the game sound back on. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I got a refresh my memory. Presumably there was an investigation. I believe so. Yes. Yes. Let's see. What can we tell from the record? Okay, yes, SL9. We were investigating that. Oh yeah, we put this thing together. Which is a jar with apparently blood on it, I'm guessing. I remember putting this back together. I don't necessarily remember why. Tagged evidence from the SL9 as an incident. Extremely thin rubber glove. Goodman's lost item report. Okay. Tool used for scientific investigation. Finds blood traces. Spray to use. We probably did this, but... Oh. Yep. I think we did. I knew it! This is someone's right handprint. What? Oh boy. What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine! did you touch your locker with a bloody hand, Gumshoe? It's yours? Please. You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify I would never reply. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. I guess he's a good source. Yeah, you want to share something with the class, Gumshoe? Oh, yes, yes. What? But you're a detective. Oh, boy. Okay, well. But he is the police. Okay, well, bunch of blood back here. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. Hey, Crash! We'll see what little I remember. It's been a little while since we did the Phoenix Wright streams, so yeah. Might be we might be stumbling for a little while here while I try to remember where we're at. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Are you Detective Goodman? It's actually an alien? That's our professional opinion, folks. This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Okay, so at least randomly spraying around did actually turn out to be useful. Though, Gumshoe, I gotta say, I think that handprint is on your locker just by chance. I mean, it's just kind of, you know... It's like the first place somebody going by would be likely to just, you know, randomly lay their hand with leaning on something or something like that. Yeah, this is why it's left to the lawyers to investigate crime scenes. Indeed. Oh, boy. Alright. It's like The Simpsons when Homer Prince ended up on the gun that Maggie shot Mr. Burns with. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Oh. Let's see here. Alright. Well. Is there anything we need to talk to Mr. Cowboy about? Doesn't look like it. Okay. The only problem is I don't remember enough to have really any idea where we need to go right now. That lost item slip did talk about talking to the chief of police, though, so... But... I don't know if we could actually find him. Oh, what was that again? Yes. Can only be submitted to the chief of police. Okay. Interesting if this is in our evidence, though. SL9. Okay. Is there anyone there we can talk to? Oh! Oh! Right, he was arrested for, Let's do this just to refresh. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. And the victim whom he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? Okay, now we gotta go look for this. From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me, it's on the tape. Can we take that away from him? Oh, Meekins. And you waited until now to tell us this? I swear every new character we meet is somehow a bigger character than the last. Oh yeah. Hello, Big Meow! And you waited just till now just to tell us this, yes. I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks. I have my own. Well, I guess we better go check out the crime scene. Okay. So, we need to go find that, that tape. Okay, which means... What do? We have to go to this first? Oh, here we are. There we are. Yes. Now the guard station. Alright. Examine. You sure have a lot of monitors in here. There's 8 cameras in the evidence room in all. 1 for each section. Which monitor shows the section where the crime took place? Why do cattle sit before the rains come? It's not for man to know. Unless you're a security guard responsible. Oh boy, that's lovely. So how in the world are we supposed to get this tape then? I suppose... Sorry, but can you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. We're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? Call me old-fashioned, but I have issues with our cowboy security guard drinking on duty while there's an active murder investigation. Yeah! Yeah. So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's office. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Yep. So, you know, except for the fact that, you know, we are indeed reinvestigating it again. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well... I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones the Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Okay. This is the ID card record. Hey! I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. Seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Okay. So that seems something where we should do. This should have an ID number on it, I would expect. It does, though it's barely readable. Does this help? See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot? The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Okay. Yep, there we go. 514. Look, the fourth number. It's the perfect match. It was used at 514, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. Oh wait, what did Officer Meekins say? So I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Alright, we barely remember anything from this case, but we still managed to make progress. There we go. Yes, ID card record added to the court record. Okay, cool. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Yes. Okay, yeah, let's see if we can talk to Gumshoe. We need to go back into the evidence room. Okay. Well, Amnesia never stopped us from solving crimes before. Oh, yeah. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. I'd heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! Oh boy. Well, what is it? The second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth! What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Well now, Miles Edgeworth, Bruce Goodman, okay. Wow. We actually... Okay, no, I just rest back around. Okay, most likely we need to find Edgeworth. Let's see if we can find the way back to their prosecutor's office. Here. Can we get there from the parking lot? Yes, there we go. Except he's not around from the looks of things. Okay. Okay. I guess we can ask Meekins. Okay. Meekins, your arm's gotta be really stiff, you know? I mean, that's gotta hurt. Just, like, relax there for a while, huh? Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. Really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. Takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. Oh boy. Yeah, you can relax now, buddy. You're gonna strain that heart doing that all day. Yes. Oh. Awesome, Meekins. Could you take a look at this? Sorry, sir. Really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edwards, sir. Still doing this. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Then what are we supposed to do? Don't think there's nobody we can talk to at the Criminal Affairs Department right now. Yeah, I mean... Ooh, sorry you had to see that. Oh, what exactly did the Chief of Police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. I took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You cut something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. Lost item? Detective Goodman lose something? The date on is February 21. Better make a note of that just in case. Okay, yeah, but we already had that. So that didn't... Oop! That's not what I wanted to look at. Here we are. Yeah, we already had that, so... Goodman, ID 59, yeah. Item lost. Yes, nothing actually filled out there, so that's... Okay. Oh. What is going on? Oh, why do I keep doing that? Back. Okay, move where we need to go. An entrance. Do you actually have a comment on this, or did you just hand it over without... Sheriffs back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. About the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. This is neither Wild nor West here. Aha! But that and this are two different things entirely. I guess so? Huh? I'm lost. Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Okay. So... But... Okay. Okay. Well, this guy's gonna be fun on the witness stand, I can tell. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We get some real characters on the witness stand. I might not have any choice here. I might have to just go ahead and look up what's next to do here, because my memory's kind of failing me on where we're at with this case. So, let's see. Yeah, what date are we even on here? Let's see. Day 2, okay. Okay. Alright. Do, 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 do. Okay, looks like we need to talk to Gumshoe again. Alright. Oop. Need to move into the evidence room. Yes. There we go. Okay. Is that Dr. Goodwin's note and that switchblade knife? I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there's some loose ends left on that case. Okay. Okay, now we go to the hive. It doesn't let you use the spray on other items, just rooms only? Yeah, as far as I know, that's all I can do with it is... Yeah, I can look at the bottle. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see. Now it sounds like we should be able to get to the... Something should happen at the High Prosecutor's office. Okay, evidence room. Or no, we need to go back here. I think from here we should be able to... Okay, did I miss something? Huh. Okay, we must not have done something yet. Okay. Yeah, we're still missing something. Let's see. Oh, Okay, that's not what you're talking about. Now that was a bloody, violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? A serial killing. Serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? I put Mr. Edgeworth right on the spotlight and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So, that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Okay. Okay. Goodman is the villain, calling it now, or maybe the hero, or someone in between. Definitely one of those. Yes. Okay. I'm pretty sure we already looked at the glove, because we have the... Someone left a glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know. I mean, SL9, it does have a tag on it. Okay. Did we apparently not look at that before? Put these pieces together makes a jar. Okay, no, we looked at that. There are two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Two, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. Okay. Slide over again here. Come on. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. Yes. Which I think we did. Okay, you should be... Something is supposed to trigger him to leave here. And I'm not sure what exactly. Oh, let's see here. Okay, we might still have something else to spray, maybe. Oh, what am I doing? Not that. Okay. Spray. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch the spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey! That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans. Hey, pal, look at the time. Was there something you need to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to give them my report for the day. Why does it look like a restaurant menu? Or flyer. It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about here. I'm sure he could use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Okay, good. I think we can finally progress. Okay. Moving... Let's see, out here. And to the parking lot. And from here, we should be able to get to the office. February 23, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Oh. Ah, yes. My apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Right. He has the hotel bringing you tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe is looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. That is a really weird expression for Edgeworth here. I don't know about that. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Okay. Let's get the talking out of the way. So how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. You know, I want to mock him some more, but I can't hate Gumshoe. He's just out there being himself. Oh, wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Oh, Gumshoe. Yes. Alright. Okay. We've got to do some presenting here, though. Edgeworth, on the other hand, yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, right. I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? Record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted to keep it here. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I guess what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Unrelated evidence. Screwdriver added to the court record. Stubborn as always. I told you, this has nothing to do with the current case. Uh-huh. Yeah, sure, I believe that. That's why you spent that much effort bringing it up. Yes, totally. That's why, yeah, we spent so much effort on this. Yes, because it's totally unrelated. Okay, let's see. Have we ever presented this to him there? I know you. You probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You were the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. You must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Okay, we must probably be in the... There we go. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time. Damon Gant. Oh, why does he keep coming up? That wacky old cute was involved in the case 2 years ago, too, then? He was a top officer. It was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was the deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't... Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I'll do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course! Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then. You might have a use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints? It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Fingerprinting set and fingerprint file recovered. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Uh-huh. Yeah, I remember seeing a couple of those. Alright, back to the evidence room, I guess. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the cough-up queen is gone. Well, I'm sure that's not going to be a problem. I hope. Oh, let's see. Guard station. Oh, you're no longer around. Does that mean we can actually... Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use the computer to check on who went in and out of there. Yes. Except that didn't seem to actually trigger anything. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's just go in and deal with the handprint. The handprints, actually. February 23, evidence room, sector 3. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here, and there's blood on the detective's evidence store. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have been left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Well, the clearest print would look like it... the thumb's sideways, though, so maybe, yeah. Index print might be the best one there. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With enter. See? Ah, it looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Strangely familiar look in her eyes. Yeah. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With E. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though. It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I better give it a try. Okay. Alright, pour it on thick. Okay. That seems thick. Aha! You did it! You found one! But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now you mentioned it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? It means that they were wearing gloves. I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left his handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we were at it, why didn't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. Okay. Seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Okay. Yeah, that's one there. Alright. Alright. Let's use our airbrush tool here. Yes. And then blow it away. Okay, we definitely have a fingerprint. Okay. I think I'd like to try one of the other fingerprints. Okay, let's move on to a different finger. Okay, why didn't that trigger anything, though? That's weird. Unless we didn't get to get all of it? There we go. Yay, a print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet. This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. And point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints will we most likely find on this evidence locker? Oh, so yes, probably, yeah, that definitely doesn't look like Gant. Yep, here we are. Yep. Comparison complete. Match found. Yep. Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, so you can't with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Yeah, I mean, you know, it was his locker, so, like she said, it was too hard to figure out who it was gonna be. Alright. Okay. So how do we use that? Okay. Okay, well that doesn't help. Do I have to spray it again? Oop. Okay, come on, what? Don't seem to be getting the spray option here. No! Come on, stop this. There we are. Okay. That's not really helping us here. Okay, is there another option here? No, all we can apparently do is check, but that doesn't help. What about examining? This is where we got a luminol fluid reaction, right? Right. There was a handprint here. Okay, wanna try using this? Yes, that's what I've been trying to do. There go her eyes sparkling again. Okay, let's check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me! Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand? Okay. Okay, apparently we might have one there. Index finger of whoever touched it, maybe? Okay. Alright. Okay, we got one, but apparently not enough to trigger the, Okay. There we go. Okay, that's probably not a match. The middle section looks like it could be right if it's rotated, but yeah, that doesn't seem right. Okay. Definitely not hers. No, not Emma's. Oh, good, not Lana. That's good. That's good, since we're trying to defend her. Not Gumshoe. Not Goodman. Whoa, why? Why? That looks kind of like a match. To me. So what is our cowboy doing? I kind of like this. This actually feels rather detectively. And oh, I think we have a match indeed. Oh yes. Hey, these fingerprints, they... Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Marshall's fingerprints added to the court record. That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. This is decidedly different from the Detective's Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh! Oh! So we had Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. Well, why would Officer Marshall... It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Oh, to be continued. We might be going into court now. Yes, do I want to save my progress? Yes, yes, I definitely do. Okay. Alright, now that we've done that. Yes, court. February 24, 9:41 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 2. As always. Hey, Zalbag! Oh yeah, Marshall's gonna break the judge's brain with his behavior. Oh yes. Yeah, thanks for the raid, Zalbag. Let's give you a shout out. I need to be remembering to do this. Uh-huh. Okay, I guess my shout out command isn't working right. Alright. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on with that real quick. Okay. It was like somehow the bot got turned off. Okay. Let's try this again. There we go. Yes, Breath of Fire 3. That's cool. One of those games of the old days I think I only ever played a little bit of and didn't actually get very far into it. Sounds like I missed a pretty good game, though. Okay. Yeah, how goes the case? Which day am I on? We are, I believe this starts day 3, I believe. Yeah. We just finished the investigation for day 2, I think. So yeah, we should be in day 3 now. Alright. Let's see here. So what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. Hey, Trez! Well, you know how the justice system works, right? Yeah, day 3 in this one, yes. Of course, I think this one actually, from what I've seen, might actually go another day, so... Yes, Phoenix Wright. Right indeed. He's always right. Yes. Oh, boy. But yeah, we'll see. This one's a this one's been a very complicated case. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So how did it go? This is Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. Yes, Maya was hot. Yes, unfortunately, we don't have Maya right now. We have Emma, who looks a lot like Maya, though. I need to head out for now, though. Alright, catch you next time, Trez. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana! Don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. With Sky. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Bloodstained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall? We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. February 24, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 9. Alright. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is... Humph. Humph? I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Briss Goodman, was slaying at both places at the same time. But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I'll present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. That's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things. Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait? Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Oh, this'll be wonderful. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir. I'm Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir. Oh, yes, this is starting out great. So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me, sir. Actually, what we'd like to hear from you is, sir, I want you to call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Help me, sir. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir? Give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order. Yes, sir. As you wish. After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir. You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. Oh, boy. What is this going to end up being? I kind of dread to click here and continue on, but... Good old Meekins indeed. Oh boy. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life, then I did it. After that, I passed out, until another officer smacked me awake. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Do unto others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir. I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir. He knocked me outside the head, sir. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with. Yes, that's why we're gonna press everything. Oh boy. Oh. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes, now there's a scary thought. Evidence transferal was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir. The lovely police mascots created by the chief of detectives, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. I see. Sounds like a very important mission. After the awards ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? I spotted a suspicious man on the security camera and then rushed into the room. Alright. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? There it is. I found it. It's the one right here. Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, sir. I see. Huh. But the number 4989596 is showing it's being used twice. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. First time was when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room, and the second time was when I went in to go get him after everything settled down. I see. So it was during that second time when... Yes, sir. That's when I spotted the man on the security screen. That ended ID card record. Okay. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir. A knife. Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you? Hey, Zero! Hello. Yes. Thank you for the block, as always. Okay, let's see. Well, with me charging in on that, he looked as surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be... When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. I fought for my life, then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. This is what he was telling us yesterday. Well, we need to try to skim some from him. For starters, what kind of an officer? Okay, yeah, we did that. Okay, we pressed that. Alright. What exactly do you mean when you say you did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. You took his knife? I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. See. He must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then... The next thing I knew... Yes? He punched me right in my face, sir. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. Okay. Let's press that. Well, what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Oh, right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain. That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir. The Blue Badger, sir. I returned to the entrance before things got out of hand. Are we going to have to luminol spray the Blue Badger? I've got a feeling we're going to have to spray the Badger. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins? With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. So it was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir. The chief? Delivered it? What is that? A videotape? Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room. What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me. Video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Oh boy. New theory, the Blue Badger is the murderer. So what fell on the floor there? That's interesting. I'm not used to this game having actual animations. Feels odd. Yeah, I agree. I don't know what we saw there, but that didn't really look like an obvious murder to me. Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? What the heck was that wriggling piece of plywood? Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Security video added to the court record. Yes, well, anyway. This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter, someone in the evidence room. And some sort of activity did take place. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. Oh, boy. His face can't be clearly seen in the video. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which requires Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. Locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. What's this about, a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have had to have been Detective Goodman. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. Yes. Or, you know, we just press every single line because, you know, thinking is hard. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife? Sir, if you must label people as haven't seen or not seen the man's face, Yeah, it was kind of a big deal back in the day on the DS, apparently. They wanted to push what they could do with it. I see, yes. I believe I would be classified as the latter. Oh, boy. The latter? But you were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you were the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh, yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see? Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. Still, I'm sure it was him. I've got my badge on it. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it. Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or... Meekins! Eek! Have been showing questionable video of both. We're not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify. Yes, sir. You claim the man who brandished a knife on you is Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you were positive it was him. I mean, he opened the locker which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. Okay. About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. I wonder what kind of methods he's tried. If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to his registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir. And this, too. Okay. Locker you opened is unquestionably... How do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know. People in the know? The workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir. For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source. So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint. I suspect they do not listen willingly. Yeah. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. Alright. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video, the man's face. Sir! If I may say something, sir. Please do. After all, you're the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is... Unless the defense can find a problem with it? Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again. Is there a problem with the security video? We need to play it again, because we need to see. Was he wearing gloves? That would probably be... That's the thing I could think of there. Okay. Do we get a look at his hands here? I did kind of see his hands, so it doesn't look for sure like he was wearing a glove on that, though. He might be. That looks weird. I mean, why does his ring and middle finger appear to be like one thing there? That's... Does seem like he might be wearing gloves. And what is Meekins holding down there, too? That is... Oh, and why is Beacon's gone all of a sudden? Unless it just started repeating? Oh, it started repeating. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it looped. Yep. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Well, let's... Regarding this video contained on this tape. Oh, the looping is a clue, huh? Okay. There's one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leads to a possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction? Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. He would want me to point it out. Very well, proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I had to point out a problem in the video? This is the first time I've ever had to do that. You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. How did this guy ever become a police officer? Yeah. Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where's the contradiction that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman? Okay. Alright. Okay. Whoop. Yeah, rewind a little bit. Will we get anything by pointing at the hand? I don't know if we will there. The thing that's strange about this video would have to be, this? Nope, that's probably not it. Hold on a second, I need to use my eye drops. Well, I don't get it. Would you mind if I borrowed your eye medicine? Don't look at me with those bleary eyes. Before your eyes get too teary, perhaps you should think this through again, Now, what do I do? Now, let's go ahead and play with that there. Hey, Oxide! Yeah, this is definitely a bit unsettling. Yes. Every time you point your finger, someone gets hurt. Says the one pointing his finger at us. Yeah. I want to play the security tape. Yes, please. Show us this contradiction you speak of. Okay. First time I ever had to do that. Come on, come on. Let's get to the video. Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates this man may or may not be Detective Goodman? Okay. Okay, so the glove fell from the locker there. Okay, looping. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to point out here. Pay attention to the left side of the screen. Okay. Music is really setting the tone for this video. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, you might need to be a little more explicit here. Very end of the video, there's a cloth hanging out of the locker. Oh, right. Right, we know about the cloth. Yeah, okay. Okay, so not there yet. Yeah, that is weird. Why would it be... Why would it have not been there before? So yeah, okay, that's definitely an interesting point. Okay. The thing that's strange about this video, it's got to be this. Yes, that is strange. Something certainly seems unnatural about that. What could it mean? Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright, but you seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise. The point? What you were looking for is one thing and one thing only. Something that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman. Oh, yeah. I almost walked right into the defense's trap. I'll place him under arrest, sir. Rats. I need to slow down and tackle these things one at a piece at a time. Now, what do I do? Clue indicates Goodman opened 2 lockers. Yeah. Yeah, but how would I bring that up, though? Yeah. Oh, boy. Alright, maybe we need to go ahead and take a quick look at the, Oh. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look here. Yeah, it's okay. This case is full of some not quite well thought out chains of evidence. Let's see. Edgeworth has... Okay, apparently... Okay. Okay, there are other things I need to point out, so... Very well, let's try this again. So one thing, Mr. Wright. Every time you point your finger, someone gets hurt. Yeah, come on. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Wait. Yep, there we are. Why is the light already on? The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins. Sir, do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a small sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind a little earlier. Here, notice the light? What's this? It's already lit. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. This dude would drive one to murder. Yeah. Order. What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered. And the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know, it must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Oh well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor? Something jam the sensor? Yeah, like the glove or whatever it was that fell out? Yes. There's something else that seems out of place in this video. Yeah, I thought so too. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage. Very well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked, Mr. Wright. Please point out the cause for this. Okay. Let's see, we need to get to the... Yes, we need to be to the point where you open the locker. Okay, there we are. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll great distances when I open my car door, sir. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck out of the door when I get out of my control vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me. Oh, boy. But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator. Yes, an insulator. But at the crime scene, there just might have been something that fits the description. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door? I found this near the locker, a thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker. It has a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker, but that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is that not so, Mr. Meekins? Sir, it would appear so, sir. Oh, what the heck was that reaction? Order! 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 So are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Don't be misled, Your Honor. Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will now offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir? Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke? Very well, begin your testimony. Oh, okay. Mystery Man 2. Alright. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, it's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. An ID card record, I see. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim. Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon. Right, I see. Now let us move on to the cross-examination. Alright. So unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you? Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give the V for victory sign, sir. Couldn't he just use his right hand for that? Let's hear him out fully. So he's seen one never knows what he might say until the very last second. Yes. Is that card hanging from your neck one of these ID cards? Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuffs, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it. But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear her on my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID card chokes me. Hey, Kirby! Maybe I should just leave this one alone. At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and prosecutor's office can attest to this. Please proceed with your testimony. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used this card. Okay. Let's just... Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to. Let me see. Yes, that would be it, Detective Goodman. What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here. So it is, Your Honor. Not that prosecutor again. Mommy, is that man in blue a murderer? Shh, don't stare at him. You've got the wrong color, kid. It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today. I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. Mr. Wright, what do you think? I'm confused. What? The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this. You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we got. It's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. Enter the evidence room. One must use their ID card. Okay. So... Yes, that'd be Hattie time. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. Okay, let's take a look at the record here. Do we have evidence of what time the, things happened at the, We do, 5:12. 5:12. Edgeworth's out there. We found the ID card 30 minutes away, apparently, at the time of the... Okay. So how do we prove this, though? Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show you his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked? Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out. Mr. Wright, what do you think? I'm confused. Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's save here. So I'm not sure what the right move is for proving this. See if that's right. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean at the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. A lost item report? It's only half completed. But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess. You believe there's something to be his ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there's a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order! Order! So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order! 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 Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright! Bravo! Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. What's he up to? That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instance of the murder. That is... Well, I guess that's right. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago, you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't going to end well. Well. It seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means the murder did not take place at the police department on 5:15 of the day of the crime. So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot, at the prosecutor's office. The murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. Oh boy. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Ah! Oh boy. Yep. I didn't see that coming. I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something, or else Lana... What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Well, I kind of think we kind of probably have to object. Alright. One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination should prove one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. You know, I'm just convinced to just playing Fruit Ninja or something. It's just half paying attention. Yeah! Okay. So why are we replaying it? I don't see the hand, so it doesn't look like I need to point anything out. However, it cannot be said that it's unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. What's with the creepy doll thing? That is the police station's mascot. Yes, the Blue Badger. Officer Meekins brought it in there. I don't remember exactly why he did, but yes. Specifically, a large amount of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination of the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. Prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Mr. Wright, do you mean... Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh? Whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. Walker, Texas Ranger. Yeah, this guy probably thinks he's Walker, Texas Ranger. Oh boy. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify? What is his or her name? Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. Prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess. All right. February 24, 11:32 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out. I haven't figured anything out. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Yeah, your timing is excellent there, Gumshoe. Yeah, perfect timing. Yes. Yes. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run around while on duty. And top it off, you call me here? I've seen half your people at funerals. Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. Hey, I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky. That's okay, so, have you brought what I asked? Oh, you mean this, right? My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when you making my request. My name? Never in a million years would I thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SL9 incident? But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case. This guy was a witness? Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders. Oh what, now that I've brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Emma, but why? Why is your name in here? What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana! The Cecil 9 incident, is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as... the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark? No, Lana! That's over with. No! Oh, wait. She ran away. You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Oh. Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to these killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. Better take a good look at this file. Alright, to be continued. Yep, so... given that we're already closing in on midnight, I think we'll go ahead and call it there and continue this next week. Hopefully everything will be back on the normal schedule now, so, yes, let's go ahead and take a look for someone to raid. Okay. Oh, I'm doing alright, so... okay, let's see... let's see who's up and running. Oh boy! There's like quite a few people. Let's go for some Celeste. Send you guys over to Hot Pie. Everybody got to stream on a Monday. Yeah. Alright, see you guys tomorrow for more Hat in Time.